We have been searching from ear to ear, struggling in the search of our emancipation. Emancipate your soul and mind. So if we want to see our struggling paid, so when tomorrow come, we don't forget. Stay home, save and enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Emancipation on life. Stay home with your family and have a good time. Emancipate, celebrate the date. Time to unite. Everybody come and join us in the Raizal Emancipation. Everybody come and join us in the Raizal Emancipation. Me say me want to know if you join us in the Raizal Emancipation. People are beg you to join us in the Raizal Emancipation.
Welcome back to our conversation, history that concerns the process of racial emancipation. This is the celebration of our racial emancipation. And today, our theme is Afro Women Challenges in Equality and Racism. Yes, our special guests for today are Roy Newball, activist and one of the founders of the MNSD group. Grayburn Livingston, youth leader with a Magister in Caribbean Studies. Eileen Hooker, young Raizal business student in the city of Medellin. Patricia Boy Pumir, bilingual secretary, a Christian educator, a woman activist, and also the founder, one of the founders of the Woman Social Network in the department. We have Juan Ramirez, community leader, Raizal activist, and promoter of human rights. And Walt Hayes, member of the Raizal Authority and human rights activist. Yes, what is the position of the woman? The woman in the challenges, inequality, and racism. Yes, so we want to start about woman. So we want to start with woman. With the bringing up our...
No, not for my permission.
Okay. We want to know, the question goes for Patricia and also for Eileen. Do you believe as a woman, you have a black woman, a better position or a worse position in the department, in our island? You have more opportunities or less opportunities as a black woman? What is your answer? Why Eileen will be thinking, you will be answering.
Okay, thanks for the privilege for being the first one to speak out. As women, I think that we have the same privileges because we live in a department that is under Colombian laws. And so what happens in continental Colombia happens on our island as well. What I would say is that there are less opportunities. There is a lack of opportunities in the Raizal woman structure. Because if you go downtown, you look in the stores, you find more continental women working there than what Raizal women. And I cannot say I live this experience for myself, but I have neighbors that have lived experience, like they go to look for a job in these stores with these Turks and other Spanish-speaking people, and they will tell them that we are not hiring you because of your big nose, because of your big lip, or because of your color. It happens like in the Rivieras. We have had these type of things. So if it's true that women have the same position, we don't have the same opportunities as Raizal women.
Same position, but not the same opportunities. How do you see this, Eileen?
Okay,
You
well,
have less opportunities or more opportunities as a black woman?
okay. Well, if I speak from an academical area, I will say we have might be the same opportunities or more, because when it comes to scholarship, we have many just by the fact of being a Raizal or an Afro-Caribbean person.
You have more. You have more opportunities, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As a student, do the languages that you speak, right? You speak. All right. Since you know the woman, we want to know how the man then see the woman them, in which position they see the woman them in the Raizal territory. Make we start with Mr. Wal. I see how they look for me like kind of a strange. Tell me.
You ask some question that sometimes is quite difficult to answer, or you have several angles from where you can
Well,
work.
angle it for any angle you want.
Yeah.
Angle.
Well, first of all, beauty, no? One word, you got a beauty there. We will have to exalt our woman's native woman. Is our duty to exalt our native woman. But our historical background set us that we are a society. Raizal is a society that is highly matriarchal. So maybe we don't exercise that, but you will all time say, my grandmother used to say. You never say your grandfather used to say. Because all time you have the grandma, because it's the matriarchal system that we have in. You all time refer, my grandmother used to do this, my grandma used to do that. But seldom you hear somebody say, my grandfather. No truth. Well, if you say, my grandfather, he teach me for fishing and do some things, but all time you will refer people coming up, my grandmother, my grandmother. So we are all time a matriarchal thing. And well, for us, we all time have to keep up exalting our native ladies and native women. And time like this now, well, many things come out and rights are come out. And within the rights that we defend, for example, Convention 169, have special treatment when you go to two fields, ladies or woman and youth. So the convention never talk about man or adult, no, you talk about woman and youth. They have special reference toward them things, not true. So in that situation, well, we all time have to keep up the effort. There is a right that is there, and almost ethnic. It seems that it's almost ethnic population or ethnic society. They are matriarchal. Well, you have some other from the Middle East, them that have linkage of them fathers. You have indigenous people that the head is a man. But it seems that as far as I investigate, almost ethnic societies, they are matriarchal. And we never yet left out of that. Even sometimes we man come out and almost men using men have things them, but behind the matriarchal thing is the one who manage. And tell Pasig Wax, if him can go say anything, and I no say no true.
Thank you, Wal. Thank you, Patsy. Thank you, Eileen. Mr. Grayburn,
Sir.
do you see equality in our Raizal women and the other women that occupying this territory? Do you see equality between them or as a different ethnical group?
It's very complex question, really. I know make gender studies, so I don't really. But to what I can see with the LED and things like that, I believe somehow, in general, black women San Andres, both Raizal and non-Raizal black women are in a condition of inequality. Totally, because if you go to Wal, for example, in the commercial system, you see a lot of black women occupying this space. Maybe you have a percentage, but the percentage is very low according to the population in which we live in. So these spaces is showing us that we have to really think about how these systems are excluding the black woman them out of the economical system. And I want, well, with Mr. Watt said we're a matriarchal system, but I really personally consider we're a more patriarchal system. Because if you look good, if the church is the base of ours, the family is the base, but the church is the base of the family, all time the leaders them of the church, the leaders that take the decision, the majority of them all are pastors. So we are in a patriarchal system which established the rule of how the Raizal community operates. So in that sense, even though the women are the keepers of knowledge, that's why Mr. Watt talk about what my grandmother used to say. They always are the keeper of knowledge, and they always are in charge of the transmission of this information to the future generation. The man always is the one that is like tough, like rigid in the way of belief, but the woman always want to be this. But I believe we really have to look on how the relation of woman and race is developing in San Andreas. Because, for example, if you go back Lally, how many women from Batlali are working in the system? There are few women. There are few women, really. If you go down there and make a statistic analysis of how much women, which is one of the most black communities we have here in the island, we find like none, really. And they always be discriminated, not just by the skin, the color of the skin, but also by being woman. So we have to, like community, start reflect on the importance of women within political participation, within economical participation, and within our cultural participation.
Thank you, Grayburn. Mr. Roy, Grayburn said he sees it as a patriarchal society. Mr. Wall says that like a matriarchal, okay? I want you, judge, as a judge in this situation, how do you see, what is your point of view to say about your opinion about these two terms?
Okay, but just let me before I respond to the matriarchal and patriarchal business. I always believe this. That we are going through what we're going through. I mean, our struggle is not so much maybe because we are black. And I'm referring to our struggle in regards to the Colombian state specifically. Not so much because we are black. It's just because we are Raizal. Yeah. Now, I say that to say this. The Raizal woman, for me, is into a double disadvantage. Not only because of being black, but also because she's a Raizal. She's a Raizal. As Patricia was saying, I mean, if you make if you visit and make a survey, I mean, in the market, I mean, in the stores in Arten, I mean, here in Arten, okay, you will find really that the percentage of Raizal people that works there is a minimum. It's minimum. Why? Well, we all know why. We all know why. And if it is a woman, as I said, it is not only because she's Raizal, but also because she's black. O sea, the pressure is from both lines. It's from both lines because we are black, and also because we are Raizal. We have, when I says we, okay, I'm going to take the church, the organization, the church, the Sunday Baptist Church. We have a problem there. I won't say problem. We have a situation which the church have a council, what we call council, no? And the 95% of the members of the council, they are women.
Patriarchal.
Only the 5% are men. That is to say that the majority of the officers of the church, they are women. So in some sense, I want to support all really that there is a matriarcado, there in that sense. Whoever, as Webern says, well, the pastor, which is the leader, well, he is a man. So he gave others
Thank you, Mr. Rai.
to the officer.
Mr. Juan. Mr. Juan.
I don't know. I mean, I believe the thing is just opportunities.
You can repeat when you finish with me.
And the thing we need to understand
I am demanding the right.
there is much more women than what men.
Okay.
So because of that, well, we live certain situation that gives the impression maybe that, you know,
It seems like Rayburn will answer something.
that the women they are leading, they are in leadership.
Yeah, you want,
I am very tolerant. Go ahead.
Is that the idea or the fact that women occupy 95% of the council doesn't mean that they take the decisions of the council.
Okay, well,
They take decision. The pastor come and say it's this way, and they don't have a thing to say. Because I know a church where happens so and it works so.
They go to community and tell them set him move.
No, then no, I don't believe they don't work so. I believe them.
all right.
They have me in the Raizal movement.
okay.
They have the basis of the Raizal movement are women's. But when it's time to face the colonial
The decision.
system, the president that put a man always, and they are the one that doing the work. The base work are the women who take over the land from the police.
Yeah, woman. That's what
Woman take
good
away.
one.
And who come and take the vice of the woman?
Your
A man
opinion,
come and take it.
Juan, your opinion. The thing you had. Try calm it down. Juan, what you got to say?
When you are as a panelist, the last person that talk is the one that have more problem to give an answer.
There we go. Happy to think that.
Because many vices and many ideas gone through. But I would say, related to our society, serious study or research have to be done related to the participation of women and men. In one way, women rule in a great part of decision making in the family and in the community. And today we can see that women gain a lot of space related to the right of laboring. I think with the student, Mrs. Says something related to the opportunity. But of course, you may have less opportunity because you have more competition in aspiring for that glass of water. Is that only among the Raizal people, but also the continental, which are displacing the Raizal people in political competition. When, and okay, they are prepared to academically in matter of holding a job, but the political scenario is strong, especially in the public institutions, and they are recommending by the deputies, can be in front of any government at all, and they are welcome and they get a job. So it's less opportunity for the native because you have a group of people that displacing them. And okay, I would ask this question related to the opportunity of women and why these people hold these excellent national jobs in national institutions. Delia Robinson, because the color of the skin, or Raizal, Elizabeth Taylor, because the color of the skin, or being Raizal, June Mary, because the color of the skin, on being Raizal. Which role play there? So these people get to reach and climb the ladder to pick the grape, no, the apple. But in our society, you'll have to make a deep research, the role of woman and the role of man. And today, women have more say than yesterday, because yesterday they did not work. They were just householder, doing their things in the domestic way, cook the food, wash the clothes, iron the clothes, and take care of the children. Today, the woman study and is competing with men today. So I believe the woman gained a lot of terrain in the social context and political and cultural and liberal context.
Thank you, Juan. We'll
Man.
make a little break. I will coming back. But women are no problem, you know. Not like always say, we thank you for being here with us. And we're coming back right now. We're not moving on because this is Raizal Celebration Emancipation. Yes, we are back in our conversation, history that concerns the process of Raizal Emancipation. This is the Raizal Emancipation Week. Thank you for being there. Patsy, I want you to give us an idea or the name of a project that you believe can help Raizal women to better her situation. How do you believe we can do something to help the Raizal woman? What would you propose?
To begin with, I really don't believe in the projects, because when we see people doing projects to get things done, we see a group of people getting most of the benefits, and we see even in among us as women, in our case, what we're talking about actually. If you are going to do a project, you see some people, some women, taking advantage of the others because it's a project. So we are looking on the peso sign, and we are not looking really on the needs of the people to get things done. So I'm not going to try to figure out a project that would help Black women or Raizal women to come into a betterment for themselves. What I think we have to do is that we need to go back to roots where our government, national government, departmental government, they take once and for all on the task to recognize us as who we are as Raizal women. Once we are recognized, we don't need projects. We have rights and we have duties. We just have to enforce them and have things to get done. If we get things done in the right way, in the orderly way, recognizing who we are as Raizal women, we don't need projects, because even the Raizal women some are going to take advantage of the others to get things done, and it's not going to work either. I have seen it happen. As the president of the Barack Afro Women Association, we had some money from the Bienestar. And I said, okay, what you guys want to do? Ladies, they were all Raizal women. And they said, we want to do some projects. We want to reinforce culture, or we want to do pig raising. And where are the two projects today? And everyone is hauling on each side. There is no project, there is no money, there is no benefits, because what they saw were the peso sign. They start fighting for money, and what it did was just finish with the organization as an organization. So I don't believe in projects. I believe that we be recognized as a woman as who we are, and we work together to get things done on our behalf.
Thank you, Patsy. Coming down to the SAS, tell me something, Juan. We are getting to the end of this program today, but we want to listen to you, Juan. What you got to say?
In regarding to better the status of woman, Raizal woman in the territory, we should have a project. But a project that travel to the pathway of education. Education is the main source of progress for any people in this world. And if we have a project that all women should be educated, no matter the trade that they learn, it would better their life for them and their family. Education is freedom. Education is liberty. Education is the wide world of opportunity. If you don't get that training of learning and getting knowledge in some field, then it would become very difficult for you to raise your children them. So for me, the most important thing is education. Education in all the sense of life, to dignify the woman. And I'm going to say something here today. I'm very proud and I feel stimulated spiritually to see that this flag that I designed and win the contest many years back in the First Baptist Church is behind here today, waving today. So I'm proud of this. And I'm proud also of the heart of woman, the spirituality of woman, and the courage of woman. You know what? To raise Pictinida what? That is one of the hardest jobs that ever
That's why
to create
Brother
on
used
this.
to say.
Yeah,
That's
the hardest one.
Yeah,
so
yes.
I finish here. Education, education, freedom.
Education. Same thing I said in the program today. Education is very important. But Eileen, I want you to leave a message to all the young girls that they are women. They are women same way. What message you will leave for them today in this program?
Okay, well, I would like to send motivation to those girls out there. I believe in a very special way, the black ones, because sometimes we face all kind of things that people don't see. Sometimes people harm us and they aren't even conscious of the harm that they are doing to us. Sometimes people put us down because the fact that we are black. So I want to encourage those girls to just continue pursuing and don't let people pull you down. Just
keep on making Ukanga and keep on making coming here and stop the how they call it, the Alistair. Yeah, thank you for being with us today. Thank you for being with this celebration of the emancipation, and to all the women of St. Andres, Providence, and Ketlina. God bless you, and remember, equality and racism is not the way to put away the ladies and the women in our territory. God bless you all.